Ooh, welcome everyone to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean Stacking the Money Green. Give me a follow over on the old Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, the Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use that promo code JUICE and the $10 bet turns into $200 in free bets if either team scores a touchdown. Good for college and pro. Restrictions apply. All right, what a night. My Phillies get the win, get us some money. 3-1 on the slate. Let's go. So 3-1. One of the wins being a 2-unit bet on the Phils at plus 108. We're talking about the Fightins. If you haven't watched that viral video, I think even if you hate the Phillies, you can still enjoy the the viral videos coming out of the Phillies fans and this run for the World Series is just amazing. I saw a really good one where they were interviewing one of the guys who was at the parking lot when they announced the game was raining down. He's like, I'm staying here. I don't care. I'm staying here. It cost me my job, my family. I'm staying here. Whatever it takes to get the win. It's like, all right. All right, man. I appreciate the fandom, but don't completely destroy your life. You can go home and then come back for the next game. All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to the picks, but yeah, here we go. Only loss of the slate, Buffalo Bulls. MACtion's back, baby. Buffalo Bulls lost 45-24. Ohio defense really showed up in a big way. I didn't see that coming. I thought they'd be able to move the ball on them, and I thought they would play better defense. Just a no-show there from the Bulls. RIP. Ball State, though, catching 7 points, won outright, 27-20. Should I have played it on the money line? Sure, but we can't look back in the past. We can just celebrate this nice victory. They were down 13-0. They'll get a little nervous, and then just a nice comeback there against the Golden Flashes of Kent State. Heading over to the hardwood. I love that expression. Heading over to the hardwood. Suns covered 116-107. Got a little nerve-wracking at the end, but they hit their free throws. Minnesota actually did better from the free throw line, at least percentage-wise, and they did okay shooting the three. Turnovers really killed them, so Suns got the win and the cover over the T-Wolves. And then, like I said, the Phils, 7-0. The Eagles are 7-0. Worlds are converging. What a fun way to win. I mean, if your team wins in the World Series and you got money on them and they win 7-0, it's going to be awesome. But just the home runs, I mean, come on. Bryce Harper looking just like that look in that Bryce Harper's eye. I mean, gee, good Lord, he is dialed in. Even Brandon Marsh hitting home runs for the Phillies. Brandon Marsh, I swear, and now maybe I'm misremembering him for someone else, but I swear back in college at the parking lot of a Fish concert, I got a veggie burrito from Brandon Marsh. If not him, the guy who looked exactly like him. I mean, even the hippies hitting dingers for this Phillies team. It is a good time to be a Phils fan and good time to be a Daily Juice listener because we just gave out the Brandon Ayuk jersey, and guess what? Got another autographed jersey on the way. That's right. Go to youtube.com/bettingpros. Hit subscribe. Comment on this video. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Don't have to fill anything out. You're automatically entered to win an autographed Kenneth Walker III jersey, courtesy of Pristine Auction. He has been fun this season. Fun rookie there for the Seahawks, the surging Seahawks, who kind of a dark horse candidate in the NFC. K9. I didn't realize I had never heard the nickname for Kenneth Walker, calling him K9. That's a badass nickname. Let's get real. All right, 3 picks. Again, sticking with the formula of 1 World Series pick, you'll never guess, 1 MACtion play, and 1 NBA pick. I like spreading the slate here. First up, Astros at Phillies. I'm taking the Phils, obviously. -105 on the money line, 2 units over on win bet. Again, this is a team of destiny, and I know everyone. I'm literally rocking my Darren Dalton jersey while recording this video. YouTube.com/bettingpros if you want to see a sweet Phillies throwback jersey. And I get it. You're like, all right, this guy's a Phillies fan. Obviously, he's going to take the Phillies. Didn't take him in game 2. Specifically let them out of the slate there because I didn't like that spot for them. They're just so good at home. And I feel like we keep playing them at home, and rightly so. It's just, I mean, the way they're doing it, the way the offense is carrying them, like it's weird to see chemistry in a baseball team because it's such an individual sport normally, right? Like just a pitcher versus a batter. But you see that there's like legit teamwork. Like Harper, after he hit his home run, went up, whispered something into Bohm's ear. Next thing you know, Bohm's hitting a home run. Now, were they tipping a pitch? Maybe just like, hey, he's going to send you something off speed, first pitch, go for it. Whatever it was, this team is gelling in a major way. And I mean, if you're the Astros, your confidence has to be rocked right now. I do think the Astros bounce back a little bit. I think this is going to be a close game, but I do like the Phils to get it done because the confidence is through the roof. Astros are trying out Christian Javier. He's only 5-4 on the road this season, although he's been good in the postseason. But again, it's less about the Astros sucking and more about how awesome this Phillies team is, in particular at home. And they're bringing out Aaron Nola, who, again, sometimes it's not pretty, but this guy just gets the Phillies wins. They're 3-1 in the postseason in games he started. Now, one of those wins was game 1 where he let up 5 runs, didn't get the decision, but he kind of hung around there. It was ugly early, but then he hung around there, gave him some good innings, and he steadied the ship. Was it an amazing performance? No, but Nola is a guy that a veteran guy, 3.25 ERA this season, so he's solid. But really, I think if you're Nola and you're trotting out there, don't you just have amazing confidence knowing the run support, the support you have from the fans, the organization, like just everything is clicking for right now for the Phillies. And we're talking about the Fightins. I love that guy's accent. Oh man, strong Delaware vibes from that gentleman. All right. Next up, we got more MACtion. That's right. I'm going money line play here. Central Michigan Chippewas. They're catching 5.5, 6. I'm going on the money line plus 188 at Northern Illinois. You can get that over on FanDuel. Both teams aren't that good. So I mean, in general, if both teams aren't that good, MACtion, where every game feels a bit of a toss-up, and you're getting almost 2-1 on the Central Michigan Chips, I'm taking the Chips all day. Fire up Chips. They've shown some life. They've had some moments where this Northern Illinois team, I just have not seen anything that would warrant taking them here. In MAC play, Chippewas have allowed 29.3 points per game, which is actually good for the MAC, and only allowing 123.1 rushing yards in the MAC. Again, that is Northern Illinois' bread and butter. They're going to want to try and run it down the throats of the Chips. I think the fact that they have, again, by MAC standards, decent rushing defense, I think that will help. Northern Illinois, meanwhile, they've been allowing 33 points per game. Now, the Chips offense has struggled as of late, but they've shown moments where they've really kind of popped off, including, what did they put up, 44 against Oklahoma State. I just think they're going to be able to slow them down. What could trip them up, and you can say this for almost every football game, professional, high school, Pee-wee, is a turnover. So the Chips have to play a clean game. If they turn it over, they're going to be in trouble. But I like this spot for the Chips. They've at least shown a ceiling. Now, the ceiling is not high, but it's certainly higher than what I've seen from Northern Illinois. And Northern Illinois 1-4 in one-score games. They were the opposite last year, where they won a bunch of close-score games, which is usually a sign of regression, and we're seeing that in a big way with Northern Illinois. Again, 1-4 in one-score games. I think the Chips get it done. I think it's close. So if you want to, if you're playing with your 401k, I would say take the Chippewa and the points. If you're playing with your slush fund, your gambling money, you're an intelligent degenerate, I say get it on the money line, plus 188. Last but not least, heading over to the hardwood, New Orleans, -3 at the Lakers. Get this over on DraftKings. It's just so fun to fade this Lakers team. I mean, this one, I like the numbers on it, but also this is for entertainment purposes, because fading this Lakers team right now, I've been a LeBron fan over the years. I think, again, what he's done 20 years is insane. But you gotta, if you're not a Lakers fan, I think everyone else in the NBA is enjoying seeing this kind of come to a really screeching halt. Lakers have gotten one win. That is their only win of the season and only cover the season. Anthony Davis, breaking news, dealing with an injury, back injury. So if he does play, I don't think he's going to be 100%. Pels are missing Brandon Ingram, but Lakers looks like they're going to be missing Dennis Schroeder as well. I mean, Pelicans took it to the Clippers on Sunday and, playing defense, shooting the ball really well. Zion's fitting the team. And again, they're looking really good. And I think, again, when betting NBA regular season, you have to identify motivated teams. And I think this Pelicans team is a motivated team, right? Like Zion's back. He's hungry. Both, metaphorically and probably literally, because he's lost a little weight. He's probably hungry. But I think this young Pelicans team it has something to prove, where some of these veteran teams in the Western Conference maybe not as motivated night to night, and they're just like, we'll get into the playoffs and then we'll turn it on. I think New Orleans is one of those, is going to be a regular season team that's pretty fired up. Like, they haven't dominated a regular season before, and I think this is their chance, which is certainly enticing to some young guys. So, and numbers-wise, New Orleans is third in offensive rating, and Lakers still dead last in three-point percentage. So, give me the Pels laying 3 at the Lakers. Give me the Central Michigan Chippewas plus 188 on the money line, and give me the Phils minus 105 for 2 units. That'll do it for the show. Again, betmgm.com, promo code JUICE to get that bonus. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast. Just released the College Football Picks Week 10 episode. I'll be giving out some of those on here as well. You know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it